It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see who's better, Houston's former team or its current one. It's the Tennessee Titans and the Houston Texans, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 25.
Our coverage of the NFL has brought us to Space City and NRG Stadium, right next to where the old Astrodome sits, here in Houston, Texas. Welcome to another entertaining matchup, folks. Kate Scott, Brock Ewart on the call in this one. And Brock, got a couple of running backs down on the field who can really take over their offenses when they get in the groove.
And I think that's going to be the ultimate goal of both of these offenses, right? I mean, there's just no confusion about it. They want to get their bell cow in that groove and get them going. Find that rhythm where they're ripping off chunk yardage run after run and then just keep on feeding that beast. In a game like this, whichever offense can get that rhythm and run game going first is likely going to be your winner.
Kaimi Fairbairn ready to get this one going. And away we go from NRG Stadium. Julius Chestnut to return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So the Titans ready for their opening drive of the game. And they'll be led out by a player who had a string of wins to end his 2023 season. Now in his 6th year, Mason Rudolph.
Kate, I think a lot of us around the NFL wondered, was there more in the tank? Was Mason Rudolph's career on fumes, and then he just ignited those Steelers down the stretch? Winning 3 straight games, making the playoffs, yeah, and keeping that streak of 500 seasons alive up in Pittsburgh. You know what he really showed? He really showed that when given protection, the guy can still spin a football.
Straight to the air they go. That's brought in by Calvin Ridley. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. The first carry here for Tony Pollard. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Now a toss, it's Pollard. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be a Tennessee first down.
These running backs love getting into the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
First and 10, it's Pollard. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And the Titans will have a first down.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
Changing things up, they're going to throw now. Okonkwo brings it in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
They give to Pollard on the option. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Throwing now from the gun. That throw finds Okonkwo. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Spears running behind center. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
4th down, pressure on him. He was not backing down for a second. Nice effort to carry the rock. More importantly, for his offense to get a 1st down.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Looking to the air here. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Tennessee. Well, he couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Nick Folk now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Titans will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Damian Pierce now to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. So now it's the Texans' turn to take the field for the first time. And leading them out is someone who became an absolute superstar last year as a rookie. Drafted 2nd in 2023, it's C.J. Stroud.
CJ may not have been the #1 pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, but he was clearly the #1 rookie in all of the NFL last year. Near unanimous Rookie of the Year. In fact, even earning MVP votes, Kate, it wasn't just a little bit of a rebound and a rebuild for Houston. It was a remake in a hurry. And what can he do in his sophomore season? It will be must-see TV.
They'll begin with a run by Mixon. He's got room to roam here. A big 34-yard pickup there. And it sets up a Houston first.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. On target to his back, Joe Mixon. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, a give to Mixon. Oh, stiff arm. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Mixon has the Houston touchdown. The Texans finish off their opening drive. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
Here's Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Texans start off well to tie things 7-7. and has it all set up for the kickoff. Here's Chestnut on the return. He's stopped on the return at the 27. So Tennessee headed out for its second drive of the game. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Pollard. Space on the right, he's got room. Touchdown, Tennessee! The Titans need only one to take the lead. Tony Pollard with the touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Folk on now to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Titans take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Pierce now on the return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Now we'll see the Houston offense for their second drive of the contest. Their last drive contained a heavy dose of the ground game, a little old-school dominance on the way to a touchdown, Brock. Let's see if they stick with it or if they go aerial this time around. They've got first down from the 31. Motioning one of the tight ends. 1st and 10 are on to Mixon. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Tackled there by Jerome Baker. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Complete over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 30 yards on that one. And it sets up a Houston first.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. Going right side, Mixon with it. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go, 2nd down. They've got a man in motion. It's Mixon on 2nd down. Continuing to turn those legs inside the 25. And he has this all the way down to the 17-yard line. 1 quarter down in this all-AFC South contest. It's a 14-7 game. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. Welcome back. Time for our second quarter. The Texans with a chance to score. Stroud throwing here on first. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. Running with Mixon out of the gun. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Tackled there by Jerome Baker.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Defense looking to defend the marker on third down. Here's Stroud now. Complete to Dell. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Following that completion, medical staff headed out for an injured player. We'll see what the nature of his injury is. Kaimi Fairbairn out there now to try a field goal for the Texans on this fourth down. From the left hash, this would be 43 yards. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. On the return, here comes Tajay Spears. This return makes it up to the 25. The Titans and Tony Pollard headed back out there offensively. And that front is really going to need to buckle down and provide some more opposition because he's gotten off to an excellent start here. Drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. Into the hands of Okonkwo. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
From the gun, they go with Pollard. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Jalen Petrie there on the stop. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got a tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
2nd and 10 now. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete. This one misses the tight end. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a 1-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
The Titans sending out Ryan Stonehouse now on 4th down to in turn send a punt away. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. Takes it in at the 21. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Texans and running back Joe Mixon headed out for their next series. And he has run roughshod over them in this opening half. Pretty sure this is the exact kind of start that he was hoping to have here. First and 10 now from the 30. Dell now in motion right. Taking a deep shot here. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And it's going to be 2nd down.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
A give to Mixon up the middle. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. It's Kenneth Murray on the tackle. They get about 4 there, need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more...
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
Texans going to kick this away on 4th, and it's Tommy Townsend on for the punt. Jaquan Jackson deep for the Titans. Signals for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 27. The Titans returning their offense and this running back to the field. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And the Titans will get set to take over. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Up the middle, here goes Pollard. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 31. Pass caught by Ridley. It's a gain of 29 yards. And that'll be a Tennessee 1st down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball in your hands, number 1. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. They give to Pollard from the gun. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
We know how hard explosive plays can be in the NFL, and so often they come via the air. What a great help for the offense to find an explosive play on the ground. Well done.
1st down, and they go right back to it. They'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. That stop coming from Henry To'o. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
Here he is on 3rd and long. That's brought in by Westbrook-Akine. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page, because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level.
On that last call, not sitting well with D'Amico Ryans. He's going to make them review it. Well, we're going to see how much of a sideline maven he is, Brock. This one very close, whether he got the feet down or not.
And I'm so impressed by all these mavens, because you've got to make that transition from college, where 1 foot, you're good.
Yep.
But not at this level. You've got to be a ballerina. You've got to get those toes both in, and the replay booth will be the judge of it.
All right, so that challenge is unsuccessful, but still a chance to earn a 3rd one if their next challenge leads to an overturned call. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Trying the inside handoff to Pollard. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this: it's over. Over.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Catch is made in close. And that's a Tennessee touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Folk on now to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Titans drive their lead to 11.
Texans 10.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Pierce now on the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Texans and this running back headed back out for a new series. They find themselves down 21-10 as they take over. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Stroud. Gets this to Woods. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a pickup of 34 yards. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, it's so common that we talk about quarterbacks flushing a negative play, but defenses have to do the same thing as well. When you give up a big play, you got to regroup, you got to calm yourself, and you got to know it's all about the next play. And delivering a sack like that certainly helps.
Finds Stover. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And it sets up a Houston first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Gets this one to Pierce. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Shotgun now for Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Gotta figure out this third down here. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Finds the in route complete. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
A gain of 7. It's 4th down.
Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. Kaimi Fairbairn out there now to try a field goal for the Texans on this 4th down. This one from 42 yards out. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Here comes the final play of our first half. Looking to throw. That's going to be caught, Tony Pollard. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Aziz Al-Shire that time on the tackle. Well, that's the halfway point, and the visiting Titans taking a nice little lead to intermission. Now we'll send you east to our studios in Orlando. That's where Jonathan Coachman is waiting to bring you the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. It was a strong first half for running back Tony Pollard. He's already over 100 yards rushing for the game and has a touchdown run as well. These two teams heading out of the tunnel. We're ready to get back to it. For the call of the second half, here is the great Kate T. Scott. Kate?
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Pierce now on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Now we get a look at this Texans offense. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Woods comes in motion left. Staying between the tackles with Mixon. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Keeping it with Mixon. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Brought down on the play by Tavondre Sweat. Here's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. On play action, here's Stroud. Has his man. It's Mixon. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. They gain 14 on the play. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. They send a receiver in motion right. Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And now it's 2nd down.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Running it with Mixon. And he gets it across midfield and into Titans territory. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Here's a nickel look by the Titans. 3rd down. It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
The Texans set to punt. And he's getting the call for the 2nd time this game. Got 44 yards on his first kick, Brock, and this one looks to be longer. And that's out. We're just waiting for the spots. They're going to say it cleared the sideline over top the 14. The Titans back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. They've certainly had no issue scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
From the 21. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
The Texans going with a dime set here. We've got 6 DBs for third down. He's going to throw this one. He has the first over the middle. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. They'll throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. From midfield now. That one's incomplete over the middle.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Handoff running right, Pollard. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Azeez Al-Shire that time on the tackle. 6 yards, the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
That throw finds Okonkwo. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Okonkwo brings it in. And he gets this forward to the 19. Following that completion, a member of the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Now he'll throw off the play fake. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. On the give, this is Pollard. And he'll have a short pickup down to the 17. It's only 2 on the pickup, and it's an interesting call for them now on 4th down. They'll go, it's Pollard. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. That's a clutch 7-yard pickup, and it pays off the call to go for it on 4th down.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
The Texans close it in, and they will get him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Knowing how a wonderful EA Sports team and director does his job, we're going to see a replay real quick here, Kate, and I want to see that moment of truth, that panic in the QB's eyes. You run that bootleg, you're out there alone, you got to make something happen, or you can take a risk like that, a huge sack for this defense.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Motioning left is their running back. Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They'll try and throw it here. Caught by Pollard. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
So that field goal gonna have to wait a little bit longer. That's the end of our 3rd quarter. The Titans have it with the lead. Just gotta hang on for a little bit longer. A lot of pressure on this kick for Nick Folk. A very short kick here from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And it's now a 2-possession game as the lead grows to 11.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Pierce now on the return. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Here come the Texans as they get set to take over on offense. Well, their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. It's an option right that the ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
The visitors and Mason Rudolph about ready to get back to work on offense. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Ridley, the motion man left. Throwing now, following the turnover. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Intended target was Calvin Ridley. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
They motion the tight end over. No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
The challenge with so many sacks is it just disrupts everything in the rhythm and timing of your offense. All of these negative plays. Hey, this league and this game is hard enough when you're on schedule. All of these sacks setting you behind the chains. Well, you've seen how disruptive it is for this offense.
So the Titans left with a 4th down, and we're going to see Nick Folk after the try. From the left hash, 54 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that extends their lead to 14.
Those 3 points could go a long way to securing this W. Makes it a lot more comfortable knowing the other side's got to score a couple touchdowns now. A touchdown to field goal's not going to get it done anymore.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Pierce now on the return. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. The Houston offense out and ready to set up shop. And their defense held up after that fumble. Only gave up 3, so time for this offense to make it up to them. Get some points of their own. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Stroud. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
I think it's safe to say that without that ball being tipped, we are looking at a big game. It's a missed opportunity to push that offense, but an even better play defensively to deny the throw.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Here's Stroud now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I can already read the headlines tomorrow. This offensive line can't protect. This offensive line. But it's more than that. When you give up 5 sacks in a game, it's a complete breakdown of everybody offensively. Play caller, quarterback, offensive line. Yeah, they're going to have to regroup and figure out how to protect this quarterback first and foremost.
And the Titans opting for a 50B, a nickel set, 3rd down. Empty backfield now. The running back motions out left. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Not terribly complicated on this one, just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
So out now comes the punter. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. Fair catch called for and made. Looks like that's at the 36-yard line. This offense running out for a new series, led by their running back. So no return on that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Tried getting it to Calvin Ridley. And now they face 2nd down.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Putting the tight end in motion. Boyd hauls it in. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. It's a design boot. This one finds Boyd. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. It's a 21-yard gain. And the Titans will have a 1st down.
Those routes across the field become oh so dangerous the longer that play progresses. It gives him more time to get free, wiggle away from that man-to-man coverage. And with enough time, it's almost inevitable he'll find enough space for a completion.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Man in motion out of the slot. He'll throw it yet again. Pass taken in by Pollard. Nothing doing there as he gets out of bounds back at the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Throwing it again here. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. Can't find anyone open. He's forced to throw it away.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force to throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
So the Titans left with a 4th down, and we're going to see Nick Folk after the try. This is a 50-yard look from the right hash.
I think you could call this one now, Kate. His field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Sims now on the return. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. Houston's offense back out now and ready to go. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. First and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Stroud. Mechie hauls it in. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Shotgun now for Stroud. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
Stroud throwing here on first. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. He was hoping to get it to Tank Dell there. So second down coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Stroud to throw again on second. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Juke the defender. And the Titans get it back as he intercepts him for the second time this game.
Well, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
So the Tennessee offense headed out for another series. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
They've got first down from the 31. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Taking the deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
Second and 10 now. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. On the carry, this is Pollard. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that extends the lead to 20.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Sims now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Texans and C.J. Stroud all set to go for their next drive. And there's a couple of moments we're seeing here that I think he's not going to want to be reminded of after this game. Turnovers have just interrupted his performance in this one. Made it really tough for him and this team to get into and stay in any kind of rhythm. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Gets this to Woods. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Offense up to the line fast. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
How many times we see these coaches after games sit there at the press conference, they pull out the stat sheet, and when they do, they look for some anomalies. And today, well, this head coach is going to be very proud of a defensive effort getting after the quarterback 6 different times. 6 sacks, and they've had a heyday in the backfield.
That takes us to the 2-minute warning in Houston. Texans trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. On 3rd and long, it's Stroud. And this one is dropped and incomplete. He had the pick in his hands, couldn't hang on. It's going to be 4th down.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because the quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Looking to throw, Stroud. He connects downfield on 4th. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans get it back to within 2 possessions. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Fairbairn now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Texans drop the lead back to 13. Well, this one not quite over just yet. They've got 3 timeouts at their disposal, but really need to make the unexpected recovery here. And the Titans are able to cover up the kick. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
The visitors ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Nowhere to go with it, so he just throws it away.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Going with Pollard on the ground. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on third down. Right back to Pollard. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Houston calls it second timeout. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Going to the ground again on first. And he's brought down for a loss. Final timeout called by the Texans, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. Again, a run with Pollard. He finds space into the red zone. And he's finally brought down at the 9. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course, but you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
Lined up in victory formation, and the Titans take a knee.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
Lining up to take a knee on second down. With the win in hand, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So it's a win on the road for the Titans. And partner, I know you took down plenty of division rivals in your NFL days. Heck, your conference opponents back in Washington in your college days always makes the win a little bit sweeter when it comes against a rival, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's just a little bit more emotion. There just is.
Yeah.
I mean, you try to keep every game level, and no opponent's bigger than the other, but familiarity does breed a little more contempt, and we could feel it today, and that's why that W is a little bit sweeter.
So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. The Titans are your winners, as we'll see you next time from Houston.